Have you ever finished a full meal and then half an hour later found yourself reaching for cookies? Or maybe this has happened to you. You sit down to watch a movie with a small snack. Just a handful, you tell yourself. But before the movie is even halfway over, the bowl is empty, and you don't even remember eating most of it. Then the heavy feeling arrives, and you wonder, why did I eat that much? Here's something surprising. Most of the time, overeating is not about lack of discipline. Your brain and body are simply following biological programs that were designed thousands of years ago. Programs that once helped humans survive. But today, those same programs can push us to eat far more than we actually need. And the statistics show just how common this has become. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, more than 42% of adults in the United States are classified as obese. Overeating plays a major role in that trend. Today on Mind and Body Insight, we're going to break down the real reasons people overeat. Not just one reason, but the biological, psychological, and environmental forces that quietly shape how much we eat. And by the end of this video, you'll understand how to recognize when your body actually needs food and when something else is driving your appetite. Your brain still thinks food is scarce. For most of human history, food was unpredictable. Our ancestors never knew when their next meal would appear. So the human brain developed a survival rule. When food is available, eat. Store energy. Prepare for the future. This strategy helped humans survive harsh environments. But fast forward to today, food is available 24 hours a day. Supermarkets, restaurants, delivery apps. Yet the ancient survival systems in your brain are still active. They still whisper the same message: eat more, just in case. Your brain is preparing for a famine that will probably never come. The 20-minute fullness delay. There's another reason people often eat too much. Your body's fullness signal is slow. When food enters the stomach, stretch receptors send signals to the brain saying, "We're getting full." But here's the catch. This signal takes about 20 minutes to reach the brain. If you eat quickly, you can consume a large amount of food before your brain even realizes your stomach is full. By the time the stop signal arrives, the meal is already finished, and you feel uncomfortable. Simply slowing down while eating can dramatically reduce overeating. Your brain needs time to catch up. The hormones that control hunger. Your appetite is heavily influenced by hormones. One of the most important is ghrelin, often called the hunger hormone. When your stomach is empty, ghrelin levels rise and signal the brain that it's time to eat. But ghrelin also responds to routine. If you normally eat lunch at 1 p.m., your body may release ghrelin around that time every day, even if you aren't truly hungry. Your body is following a learned schedule. Another important hormone is leptin. Leptin is produced by fat cells and signals to the brain that the body has enough stored energy. In theory, more body fat should mean less hunger. But modern research has identified something called leptin resistance. When leptin levels remain high for long periods, the brain can stop responding to the signal. So even when the body has plenty of stored energy, the brain keeps asking for more food. This creates a cycle where eating leads to even more hunger. Sugar and the brain's reward system. Now let's talk about sugar. When you eat sugary foods, your brain releases dopamine, a chemical associated with pleasure and reward. This is the brain's way of reinforcing behaviors that helped humans survive. But highly processed foods exploit this system. The more sugar you consume, the more dopamine your brain releases. Over time, your brain begins to expect that stimulation, so cravings increase. This is one reason sweet foods can feel almost addictive. and this pattern is extremely common. According to the American Heart Association, the average American adult consumes about 17 teaspoons of added sugar per day, far more than recommended. Stress and emotional eating. Sometimes we eat not because we need energy, but because we want relief. When you experience stress, the body releases a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol increases appetite, especially for foods high in sugar and fat. Your brain remembers something important. Eating those foods temporarily reduces stress signals. So the brain forms a pattern: stress to food to relief. According to the American Psychological Association, about 38% of adults say they overeat or choose unhealthy foods because of stress. The problem is that food only masks the discomfort. Once the effect fades, the stress returns, often together with guilt. And that guilt can trigger another cycle of emotional eating. Why boredom leads to snacking. Another common trigger is boredom. When the brain lacks stimulation, it looks for something interesting. Food provides sensory stimulation: taste, smell, texture. Eating becomes entertainment. This is why people snack while watching TV or scrolling on their phones. Your attention is somewhere else, so the brain barely registers how much food you're consuming. And before you know it, the snack is gone. The food industry designs foods to be irresistible. Modern processed foods are engineered to maximize pleasure. Food scientists carefully combine sugar, fat, and salt in specific ratios. This combination triggers powerful reward signals in the brain. Add crunchy textures and strong flavors, and your brain becomes highly stimulated. These foods are sometimes called hyper-palatable foods. They are designed to keep you eating. Another important factor is portion size. Research from the National Institutes of Health shows that when people are given larger portions, they consistently eat more, even when they report feeling full. The brain often treats the portion served as the expected amount. Hunger and thirst confusion. One surprisingly common cause of overeating is dehydration. The brain regions responsible for thirst and hunger sit very close together. When the body needs water, the brain may interpret the signal as hunger. So instead of drinking water, many people eat. A simple trick can help. If you feel hungry but recently ate, drink a glass of water and wait about 15 minutes. If the hunger fades, your body was likely thirsty, not hungry. Sleep and appetite. Sleep also plays a huge role in appetite regulation. When you don't get enough sleep, the balance of hunger hormones changes. Ghrelin levels increase, leptin levels decrease. This combination increases hunger and cravings for high-calorie foods. Research from the National Institutes of Health shows that people who sleep less than 6 hours per night consume 300 to 400 more calories per day on average. Simply improving sleep can significantly reduce overeating. The real solution. Overeating is not simply about willpower. It's the result of multiple systems working together. Ancient survival instincts, hormonal signals, stress responses, modern food engineering. But small changes can make a powerful difference. Eat more slowly, drink enough water, sleep well. Pay attention to whether your hunger is physical or emotional. Over time, these habits allow your body to reconnect with its natural signals. Your body already knows how much food it needs. Sometimes we just have to stop drowning out those signals. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to Mind and Body Insight for more science-based insights about health, nutrition, and long-term wellness. And let us know in the comments, have you ever caught yourself eating without even realizing it? Because once you understand why it happens, you're already one step closer to changing it.